All right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a game between Infi versus Chaemiko. We're looking at, well, a bunch of nothing right now as I move my camera back over. We're looking at Chaemiko spawning as, actually, no, I think Chaemiko is actually the red human. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and swap the colors. But if it is a Blade Master, I might have to swap back. Chaemiko is the blue human player over here on the top right. Meanwhile, Infi choosing random, getting the red orc over here on the bottom left. I don't know, I guess pick my poison in terms of casting. If it is a Blade Master, I know I will not be able to see him on the minimap, or the colors of the population is not going to line up with their actual name colors. I might just display none if that is the case so I don't get confused. Now, we are looking at most likely an Archmage versus a Blade Master, but Infi does have something going for him in the fact that, well, he's going to be able to train up a hero and not have his opponent know what to expect. It is going to be a Farseer. Thank you very much. I don't have to change all of the colors. And this is going to be a Farseer first. Timing, we're going to be looking at how Infi is going to be using his lumber. How he uses his lumber will direct his tech path and will affect the timings of all the subsequent units. That is incredibly important in this matchup, as getting the tier 2 quickly unlocks the powerful units from the Bestiary, the Spirit Lodge, and the Tauren Totem. On the opposite side, we are looking at an Archmage, and one thing that Chaemiko is doing correctly is setting up a scout tower. Early on, when you don't know what your opponent is going to be going for, having an early arcane tower does shut off an avenue of harassment. Now, sometimes it almost feels like you build up an arcane tower and you don't get harassed, and you're like, oh, I wasted that lumber, wasted that early gold, when in fact your opponent decided not to harass because he knew you had an arcane tower. Farseer now making its way back out. We can see quickly how fast that scout tower is now being upgraded to that arcane tower as the Archmage quickly pulls away, allowing the militia to finish off that forest troll berserker. Farseer now getting ready to move across the north here. Is he going to be able to get in some damage? Not quite sure. Militia will be forced to try and retreat back. We are at 20 over 20 supply. Tech to tier 2 already started, as we are now going to be going into a bit of damage here. Alright, a wall of militia beautifully done to try and protect the lower hit point units, as we are going to perhaps try to go into a bit of an engagement. Alright, militia now trying to head back again. That low hit point militia got recalled, re-engaged, and we're going to see another peasant taken down there. This arcane tower about to come online, resummoning those spirit wolves, as well. Farseer has done a little bit of damage. We'll see if we are going to retrain up some units from this town hall. Some additional peasants. Does not look like it. We are actually purposely aggroing different targets. Nicely done right there to get a little bit of experience. Meanwhile, Chaemiko during that time was creeping out his opponent's creep camp. By doing exactly this, he's going to deny his opponent some experience. Picks up an additional item as spirit wolves are now coming across here. Alright, this could be bad news. Water elemental going to get taken down. There it goes. Farseer is sitting at level 1 right now. Archmage is sitting at level 2. Brilliant Aura is online, allowing for more water elementals as the units are going to try and back up. Tech to tier 2 not yet done. Farseer knows that it is a fast tech though, so he will have to respond accordingly. Chaemiko also using militia to clear out a difficult creep camp while the action is all the way on the other side of the map. Is he going to perhaps be able to take down this sea turtle? Sea turtle, is the Farseer going to get the experience? Let's take a look at it. And the Farseer does end up getting that experience. Alright, experience for the Farseer right there. Low hit point footman about to get taken down. Infi going to be able to easily finish off this footman, but it is going to pull this Farseer very far away from the action as it finally gets finished off here. Alright, during this time, Archmage says, you know what, maybe I can press my luck, try to take on another, but Chaemiko, no, he did not properly scout out this location. Level 3 now onto the Archmage. Level 2 claws of attack plus 6. Farseer now sitting at level 2, and that damage and the chain lightning now becomes a potential problem. Alright, Grunt now down to 143 hit points. It will be trying to back off and snare onto a lone footman. Unfortunately, a little bit of unfortunate break, but Chaemiko should have considered this earlier on. There goes the Chain Lightning, finishing off more units. All right, trying to get in more damage again. Let's take a look. Taking down one unit there. That last footman down to 58 hit points. Will it be able to get away? Down to 49. This Feral Spirit's time life is limited. And with that said, I do believe the footman should be able to head back away. If it tries to go over here, this might actually potentially become a problem. Let's take a look. Is there going to be 3 more shots left in that Feral Spirit? The armor may actually be the difference there, as it is going to continue to try and aggro. Oh, no, did the footman turn back around? Footman turns back around, losing that last bit of experience. Now, we are going into a blacksmith. Arcane Tower should be ready here in just a moment. Let's take a look. Population 32 compared to 22. Chaemiko very much behind right now, and that's not something you want to see as the human player. You are you end up becoming behind by 12 supply already, and you are also behind in terms of tech. Your hero, your second hero, has not yet made its way out onto the field. And the Tauren Chieftain and the Farseer is a very nasty 1-2 combination. Farseer, if it's able to steal any bit of experience right here, that could be a big deal. Chain Lightning, however, stops that in its tracks as the Tauren Chieftain now makes its way over. Tauren Chieftain does have Endurance Aura, moves around very quickly. Footman also trying to join in on the fight. Tauren Chieftain, where is it going? It's actually heading back off to the north as it is trying to get away. Meanwhile, Footman could end up getting taken down right there, down to, well, oh, are we going to see some purge action as well? There goes that unit. Farseer now sitting at level 3. Tauren Chieftain heading off to the north, really with nowhere to go, and this is a bit of a concern. All right, down to 97 hit points. It is going to be able to outrun his opponent. No, it is not. Boots of speed for the win. Tauren Chieftain trying to get away, down to 33 hit points. Is it going to be able to get away? It's going to get choked up on a sheep. Now trying to swing back the other way again as the Tauren Chieftain down to dead. All right, a lot of time invested on that Archmage running around chasing down that Tauren Chieftain. Was it worth it? That I'm not sure. We'll have to see how this game unfolds. Chaemiko is currently down at 25 or 29 supply now, sitting on just a Mountain King and Archmage mainly for his army. All right, Illusion now making its rounds as well. Let's take a look at this healing salve right there. Archmage is there as well. Mountain King may be able to get off a Stormbolt. Let's take a look at this. Mountain King turning around, Stormbolting a Shaman right there. But we could also be getting a Purge onto that Mountain King. Mountain King does not have Boots of Speed. An expansion is trying to be constructed. And this is the timing right here. All right, Stormbolt onto the Shaman again, trying to stop the Water Elementals from being able to get that Purge off. But the Purge is still in time. Mountain King, well, able to force a cancellation right there, but now a Purge onto the Mountain King, forcing that Mountain King up. Scroll of Town Portal transferred over. The Peon could go ahead and try and rebuild right there. 350 gold lost. Farseer now heading back off to the north, could try and go after this Red Drake Creek camp, but it is rather difficult. A lot of units, a lot of damage, and coupled in with healing can cause some serious problems. Tauren Chieftain does have a Ring of Regeneration and also has the Fountain of Health to act as a little bit of bonus for it right there, as the Tauren Chieftain is absorbing quite a bit of damage, but also taking down many of these units. Tauren Chieftain now sits at level 2. Stomp is going to become available. Meanwhile, let's take a look. Shaman needs to get healed back up as well, getting in some magic damage onto that Red Drake. Back on the other side, Mountain King, Sorceresses, Priest are here ready to go, but not very many damage-dealing units. Spellbreakers could, well, be necessary to deal with those Shaman, as well as they're also not immune to that Purge. Farseer sitting at level 3. Tauren Chieftain doesn't pick up the tome. Farseer gets it instead, and now we see the Farseer with essentially plus 8 intelligence over normal. Illusion getting, well, burned away back across over there. Farseer sitting at level 3, resummoning some Spirit Wolves. Tauren Chieftain is going to be here ready to go as well. A lot of mana, as the Spirit Wolves will just end up getting slowed and killed. Mountain King sitting at level 2. Archmage is sitting at level 3. Meanwhile, Farseer is sitting at 3, almost 4, as the Tauren Chieftain looks to get to level 4, or level 3, excuse me. The Limb Rippers and these Murlocs will all get taken down. Tome of Intelligence, Tauren Chieftain now having a bit more experience. It is purposely backing away. We'll get to level 3. Meanwhile, the Farseer Illusion is in that front line spot, trying to cause some problems. Water Elemental finishing off that Rock Golem there. Potion of Greater Mana picked up by the Mountain King, and that could potentially become a problem. All right, are we going to see anything happen here? Farseer, can they be able to easily back away? Mountain King opted to not use a Clarity Potion or a Potion of Greater Mana to perhaps try and stun and surround that Farseer. Tauren Chieftain comfortably sitting at level 3, has a good amount of hit points. Farseer is, well, off on the other side there. Tauren Chieftain may be forced to try and back around here. We are looking at the Watchtower Great Hall getting constructed, and it is going to be 2 bases for the Orc momentarily. Will it be enough to stop, or is this army enough to defend this caster army with what appears to be a tower attempt? Spellbreakers, no upgrades. Shamans, useless against those units. Let's take a look at this. 1 Watchtower in that front spot, and that's going to perhaps draw a line in the sand as well. The peons are not going to be able to easily tower up, and they're going to be forced to retreat back. Arcane Sanctum here, ready to go. Let's take a look at what else is happening next. Oh, my apologies. Let me go ahead and fix that. There you are. We are going into level 1 armor upgrades. Tauren Chieftain sitting at level 3. Robe of the Magi now on the Tauren Chieftain for more mana. That is going to be incredibly important. Meanwhile, oh, Chaemiko doing a risky maneuver, clearing out a difficult creep camp while Infi is right behind, and that could be very bad news. All right, Endurance Aura picked up by the Mountain King, the Shockwave. Not quite enough to finish off any of the units, as we're going to take a look. Mountain King gets a Tome of Intelligence +2, gets that as well, up to 270 mana, a big thunderclap right there, as a Tauren Chieftain is a bit slowed down. All right, Spellbreakers are all right here. Stormbolt onto a Shaman. Shaman could easily get taken down right there. One more shot could have finished it off, as it is, well, somehow able to stay alive. Mountain King could be in a little bit of trouble. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability needs to get healed, needs to fight its way through, does have Bloodlust as well. Scroll of Town Portal trying to head away, as the Grunt is not going to make it out in time. Chaemiko with an amazing job here, able to force a Scroll of Town Portal from his opponent. He's going to be able to level up the Archmage and that Mountain King. Unfortunately for him, this Forest Troll Trapper is going to come back, and it may actually destroy this hall. And I don't know if Chaemiko actually realized that the creep camp hasn't been cleared out. All right, let's take a look at this. He's going to try and build it right here. And what's going on? This Forest Troll Trapper is asleep at the job and is not going to attack. A little bit strange. Tome of Retraining on the Archmage. Could be a Thunderclap 1-2 combination. And the waves of damage is just very high. Angelio, no, thank you for the subscription. I think it's a YouTube subscription. If it's a Twitch Prime subscription, thank you even more, or a Twitch subscription, definitely gonna help. If you guys see me sweating a little bit, it's because the AC unit in my house, well, it probably needs to be replaced, and it's gonna cost, quite a bit. All right, Scroll of Town Portal coming across, invisibility onto the Archmage. Mountain King is invisible as well, and this could potentially be a lot of big problems right there. Mountain King gonna try and engage Spellbreakers in that front line. But yeah, I might be covered in sweat after a while. All right, let's take a look at this. Mountain King gonna try and engage. There goes Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain could lose a lot of mana. Scroll of Speed now being used as well. There's a couple of disenchants. Mountain King in a little bit of trouble. Chain Lightning Shockwave finishing off to one of the casters in that back row. Purge finishing off another priest as the Blizzard now rains down. Mountain King with that Thunderclap dealing so much damage. Shockwave being pushed through a second Scroll of Speed, trying to counteract as the Archmage could be in trouble. A Scroll of Town Portal now being used in order to get away. Grunts are getting taken down. 59 supply compared to 44. And who actually lost more? This Fountain of Health going to heal back all of the Grunts unit right there. Meanwhile, the peons, or the peasants, are just trying to mine, but the Spirit Wolves are here as well. Illusion now being brought back over. Spellbreaker is going to finish off some of these units here. Let's take a look. Archmage now making its way over, gonna spot exactly what he doesn't want to see. Knows that his opponent has pretty much healed back up at that Fountain of Health. Concealed Hill has long been considered a orc-favored map because of these Fountains of Health, and you saw how much damage was easily healed back up across all of these units. All right. Following up the play, we are looking at Arcane Sanctum here, dual Arcane Sanctum, and if this game does go long enough, the fact that Chaemiko was so gutsy for trying to take this particular expansion in the middle, meaning that it's hard to go after any of the others. Alright, are we going to perhaps be going into a Thunderclap here? Mountain King, is he going to go into a Thunderclap? He's pretty much surrounded. Why isn't he Thunderclapping? There he goes. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability could be coming across. There is that Blizzard now raining down. Are we going to perhaps get into a little bit more heals as the Mountain King needs to get into this good spot right there? Alright, multiple units absorbing so much damage. Archmage still calling down Blizzard across. Mountain King still in that front spot. Stormbolt trying to finish off more units here as the Blizzard may finish off more units. There goes some, well, a lot of units in that back line. That chain wave strategy from the Tauren Chieftain and that Farseer causing so many problems. Meanwhile, Kodo Beast trying to dine and dash, not going to be very lucky as the Mountain King, well, currently low on mana, is going to be able to get away. Endurance Aura trying to chase. Kodo Beast looks like it will be able to head back. Meanwhile, another Sorceress now taken down. More damage, feedback damage going onto that Shaman. It escapes at 5 hit points. As we're looking at 74 supply compared to 47, Chaemiko somehow able to survive. And what is this? Oh, this Grunt army. This could be bad news indeed. As the Kodo Beast acting as a, well, a well-informed spy going after all of these units here. Mountain King, are we going to see a Thunderclap try to go after these units? There goes one Grunt. Are we going to see more Grunts getting taken down? There's more Blizzard as well. The units are just trying to get away as this may turn into a bit of an expansion attempt as well. There goes another Grunt again. Spellbreaker absorbing a lot of damage. Let's turn back around, heading back the other way. The one low hit point Spellbreaker down to 27 hit points. Meanwhile, the rest of the units are still trying to engage. A battle at the fountain as the Mountain King gets back up to 735, unable to save that Spellbreaker. Spellbreaker, however, did, well, clear up a little bit of the units here. All right, let's take a look. Dire Spirit Wolf gets finished off. More Peasants going to be trained back up again. 52 supply compared to 71. Priest need to do a lot of healing. Mountain King sitting at level 3. Archmage sitting at level 4. Level 2, Brilliance Aura. Boots of Speed and Endurance Aura. Allowing that unit to move around very quickly. All right. Priest now making their way back across here. Supply 71 to 52. Infi has the definite advantage and he's not attacking. During this time, Chaemiko should be able to reestablish and gain back excuse me, gain back and rebuild his army. Right now is the time when Infi should really be trying to attack and shut down his opponent. The Archmage doesn't have water elementals anymore, so the Shaman's effectiveness has greatly dropped. Alright, in comes that Blizzard, but the Blizzard significantly late. Scroll of Speed now coming in. Spellbreaker is going to hold that front line location. As you see the Blizzard now raining down. Mountain King in that front spot is going to try and Thunderclap. It should be no Thunderclap right there. There's that Thunderclap as we were expecting. Is the Mountain King going to go after anything there? No. Mountain King in trouble. Low on hit points and needs a little bit of mana as well. Scroll of Town Portal as all the units head back again. Mountain King needs to heal back up. Perhaps getting healed back up at that Fountain of Health. Chaemiko somehow holding back his opponent's army, even though he is 20 supply less. All right. Mountain King making its way back down. Priest, our adept training. We are only at Keep, not at Castle. We are at Stronghold, not at Fortress. Archmage should consider picking up some scrolls of healing to try and counteract that chain wave strategy between that Tauren Chieftain and that Farseer. I am a bit surprised. We've seen, I think we've only seen chain, or not chain wave, Shockwave come out from that Tauren Chieftain, so no Stomp. A bit of an ensnare issue now onto that Priest, at least trading some damage onto all of those units again, as we see another Priest, well, getting lost in transit. Chaemiko losing 4 supply for absolutely no reason, and you cannot be losing units needlessly. By losing that unit like that, you gain no advantage whatsoever, and you are giving your opponent free experience. While, well, there's so many ways to say don't lose units needlessly. All right, in a game like this, you are trying to get as much out of every single one of your units possible. And what we're constantly seeing here is, well, none of that. If you just accidentally lose your units in transit. All right, Mountain King gonna try and get to that front spot. There's a big thunderclap followed by a blizzard scroll of speed trying to come across, ensnare onto the Archmage. Archmage is currently invisible. Are we gonna perhaps be looking at some more disenchants or anything like that, trying to hold a little bit of an advantage over here? There's another big thunderclap as the Wind Riders are in the air as well. All right, Sorceresses are going to try to focus down some of those units that are in the air. There goes a Raider. There goes a Grunt. Units are falling left and right. Shockwave now pushing through. Mountain King, Potion of Mana, able to push on through more damage as we're going to be looking at, well, more units attacking again. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. A big thunderclap there, finishing off multiple units. Grunts just falling left and right as the Mountain King gets to level 4. Tauren Chieftain now fighting its way through again. Archmage continuing to battle it out. Tauren Chieftain now trying to squeeze on in here as more arcane damage coming across. Spellbreakers easily pushing through here as 2 grunts are going to be lost. A third grunt could get taken down. As we see no Stormbolt even necessary. A Grunt is just not going to be able to regroup with the rest of the army. And Chaemiko looks like he has, well, almost done it. Down to 34 supplies, still chasing after that unit there. As well, there goes that Grunt. It actually double backed around to its own death. Tauren Chieftain getting healed back up. Shaman with that lightning shield trying to tear apart that back line of casters. Priest and Sorceresses were both lost. 63 supply now compared to 58. Archmage is at 5. Mountain King is at 4. Going up against a level 5 Farseer and a level 4 Tauren Chieftain. However, Infi's units do look a little bit more ready for battle. As you see, they are all healed back up. Mountain King perhaps going to be picking up a clarity potion or some items. No, just walked all the way back for no other reason. Maybe an ivory tower, but perhaps he already had that. Not 100% sure. Wind Riders are now out onto the field, and they are, well, with some upgrades. All right, are we going to see a little bit of an engagement? The Spellbreakers could easily deal a lot of damage here. No use, no spell steal to try and steal that scroll of speed. Sorceresses once again casting invisibility onto that Mountain King. Mountain King with a good amount of mana, but no side is ready to engage. Spirit Wolves now making their way back off to the north here. Archmage going to be here, ready to go. Archmage is maxed out on mana. Main bases are now mined out, and only this base here has any gold left. This one still has about 10 minutes to go, so if the game does go a little bit longer, well, Chaemiko is going to have the home field advantage for reinforcements at the battle for this last bit of gold. I like Concealed Hill for the fact that there is 5 or a total of 5 gold mines on the map. Because of that, getting resources and the center expansion is just worth so much. 1 arcane tower here, no upgrades at all. Spirit Wolf gonna go ahead and slip on in. It was a spell stolen Spirit Wolf, as the guard towers are gonna, well, finish that off there. All right, let's go. Arcane tower quickly taken down. Town Hall gonna end up getting taken down as well. The Raider is able to rush on in, no problem. A big thunderclap right here. Spellbreakers, as we're gonna take a look at a Kodo Beast trying to dine and dash, unable to do exactly that, as the Mountain King throws down another thunderclap. Blizzard now raining down again. However, Scroll of Town Portal says, you know what? I do not want to stick around. There goes some more units. Are we gonna see some more death? No. Wow, 2 units nearly dead. One more wave of Blizzard would have finished it off, and that would have been, well, a tragic loss. Now we are looking at this base trying to be rebuilt. We are now going to see, well, healing at the Fountain of Health by Chaemiko. If Chaemiko can use the Fountain of Health to his own advantage, perhaps he can turn things around. Mountain King low on mana and on hit points, needs to stick around a little bit longer. Priests are here as well, but, well, Chaemiko wants to strike while the iron is hot, and, well, he's doing that walk of shame. You can take a look at this. Over 50 or about 12 peasants now trying to get gold. Meanwhile, Mountain King Stormbolt onto the Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain could end up getting surrounded. Tauren Chieftain now surrounded. Blizzard now raining down on the backside. Tauren Chieftain losing a lot of mana, and it gets taken out. Spellbreakers surround, able to finish off the job. However, Wind Riders are up in the air. Mountain King does have a potion of lesser invulnerability. What is he trying to do? Stormbolt onto the Farseer. Farseer is now in trouble. Farseer gets in a Thunderclap right here. Kotobi's trying to eat up a unit, but unable to finish it off. Mountain King now sitting at level 5. 2 heroes are left for Chaemiko as he is trying to Blizzard his way out of this situation. Are these Blizzards? Is Blizzard gonna be late in trying to save this game? As the Mountain King going after all of these units here. Mountain King finishes off 2 Raiders. Archmage now sitting at level 5 here. Endurance or a Priest now trying to get away. Is going to be able to save it. It looks like it is not going to be able to do exactly that. Goblin Shredder is going to be able to slip away as the Archmage continuing to fight. 48 supply compared to 36. Kotobi's Mountain King needs a little bit of mana. Is he going to be able to get the necessary mana to finish off that unit? It looks like 1 or 2 more shots should do it. There it goes as the Spellbreaker is able to make its way back out. Mountain King in a little bit of trouble, needs to back away. However, the Shamans now need to run away as well. No Priest in this lineup at either to try and heal things up. All right, Mountain King, is it going to be able to... Oh, it Thunderclaps purged onto the Mountain King. Mountain King going to get taken down, but finished off a whole bunch of peasants as the Archmage gets up to level 6. Archmage, well, there goes another unit there. Boots of Speed, not on the Archmage any longer. It was given perhaps to that Mountain King as we may see that Shaman getting taken down. One more shot. Yes, it does go taken down. Kodo Beast going to get body blocked constantly. Get away as well. More Walk of Shame happening as well as the Archmage. Where is it going to try and go? What is it going to try and do? Finish off perhaps that Altar of Storms. All right, Blizzard now raining down onto that Altar of Storms. The Spellbreaker is doing a little bit of damage as well. Is it going to be able to repair? I do not believe so. Archmage perhaps should not be going for... No, level 3 Brilliant Aura. He doesn't care. That mana is going to be coming out pretty regularly. Meanwhile, let's take a look. Peons now making their way back over. All right, Peons, is it going to be able to repair enough? There goes one peasant. There goes another as the Farseer was a split second away from resurrecting. No resurrection on the Farseer, but Wind Riders and Shamans are now getting healed back up at that Fountain of Health. This could be absolutely key. Endurance Aura quickly sold. Mountain King might be getting resurrected. Yes, the old-fashioned way, as the Peon, well, the Orc Burrow could get taken down here. All right, let's take a look. There is that Blizzard now raining down. They're going to try and run on inside, but that is not going to go well for them at all. Spellbreaker is actually taking a bit of damage. Does need to back off here as the Orc Burrow trying to stay alive. Oh, purposely trying to dodge those blizzards as that is going to get taken down. There goes one Peon. Oh, just finish off those guys there. Meanwhile, let's take a look at this. Wind Rider is right there trying to finish off some units. Accidentally blizzarding your own unit. Farseer is now back out onto the field. Archmage needs to get away. Spellbreaker going after some of those units and getting in harm's way as well. Mountain King still not yet ready for battle. Meanwhile, let's take a look at this. A handful of Peons. If those 3 Peons were dead, this game would be drastically different. All right. Archmage now trying to get away. These 3 Peons may be the difference between victory and defeat here. Being able to get your economy going once again, that is the big difference. Priest now getting healed back up, and well, mana on a Priest so incredibly important as Chaemiko is pretty much now out of gold. All right, trying to heal back up all of these units. Mountain King gonna join back in on this fight here. 29 supply compared to 26. Farseer has mana, has hit points, but is not at level 6. Meanwhile, Mountain King will be joining in on the fight here soon. Priests need to come in here as well. And while trying to regroup everything, this Priest is really the most important unit here as it is going to get pinged out of the map so fast by any sort of Wind Riders. Mountain King coming in, joining in on the fight. Level 3 Brilliance Aura going to be incredibly important. That Mountain King needs the Stormbolt, the Wind Rider, and Stormbolt it quickly to make sure that that Priest stays alive. If that Priest goes down, all the chances go down with it. Kodo Beast may even try and do a little bit of dine and dash. I don't see the Wind Rider anymore. Where is that Wind Rider? Did it get taken out already? All right, Mountain King is right here. All right, let's take a look. Thunderclap trying to go after all of those units. There goes one set of units as well. Mountain King now over here. peons are going to join in on the fight. Going to be, wow, look at that one peon engaging very quickly. Meanwhile, Wind Rider going to be able to pick off many of those units as the Archmage now shows up to the party. Are we going to see another Stormbolt? No, we do not. Kodo Beast. Oh, the Spellbreaker purposely backed away in time. Tauren Chieftain also resurrected as well, as the units are now trying to get away again. All right, repair on the Goblin Shredder here. And one Wind Rider causing so many problems. The peon, however, going to get taken down right there. Let's take a look at it. There it goes. Down it goes as the Mountain King runs over to try and save the day. Stormbolt onto that Wind Rider. Wind Rider going to lose a lot of... Well, where's going to try and go? If it tries to run back through. Nope, not going to try and run back through. Mountain King is here as well. Let's take a look. Chain Lightning finishing off multiple units. Farseer gets to level 6 from a Chain Lightning on Peasants, as the Spirit Wolves are going to be joining in on the fight as well. Invisible Spirit Wolves. Mountain King needs the Stormbolt. That Wind Rider, no, goes after the Kodo Beast instead, as he's going to go ahead and try and perhaps finish off all of this here. Spellbreaker going to get taken down. Goblin Shredder dealing major damage. Mountain King still trying to fight a Stormbolt onto the Kodo Beast. Kodo Beast. Oh, Spirit Wolves were stolen. Spell Steal. Spirit Wolves were stolen and transferred. Archmage going to get... And now the Mountain King is in trouble. Mountain King by his lonesome self with 2 Spirit Wolves. Let's take a look at this. Level 6 Archmage now down. Spirit Wolf going after the Goblin Shredder. A critical strike could do it. One more shot. No. Doesn't finish it off in time. And the Goblin Shredder ends up staying alive. And Infi wins the game. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.